what if temples are not built just for prayers or worship? What if they are also built as a way to elevate human consciousness? This is a story of a place designed not merely for belief, but for inner evolution. To some, this may be an ashram or a meditation center, but according to the ancient science of yoga, it is something far more profound. A carefully designed ecosystem where architecture, geometry, sound, energy, and human consciousness interact as one integrated system. At the foothills of sacred Veliyangiri Mountains in Tamil Nadu stands one of the most profound spiritual projects of modern times, the Isha Yoga Center. Recently, as a content creator representing Sanathan World Channel, I was invited to Isha Yoga Center in Coimbatore for an exclusive 3-day temple content creators retreat, and I am excited to share my learning with all of you. Let's deep dive into the essence of Isha Yoga Center to understand its design to evolve human consciousness. We will start our journey with Dhyanalinga, which is the most significant space at Isha. To understand the deeper spiritual aspects of Dhyanalinga, we must analyze the process of its Prana Pratishtha. It was an intense 3-year energetic process wherein life energies are raised to their peak and permanently locked across all 7 chakras. The Dhyanalinga consecration involved forming an energy triangle with Sadguru as the pivot, creating a vortex that served as an invitation for his Guru's energy to descend and consecrate the Dhyanalinga. This makes Dhyanalinga available to seekers forever, with or without its physical form. At the core of the Dhyanalinga rests solidified mercury, forged through ancient alchemical traditions. And surrounding it is a remarkable elliptical dome shaped in harmony with the linga and designed to contain the energies within. Most spiritual places begin with faith. The Isha Yoga Center also begins with a preparation. For this reason, there are a sequence of steps to visit Dhyanalinga. First, dipping into the subterranean Theerthakunds. Next, approaching the colossal Nandi. And then climbing the 3 unusually high steps. And finally, sitting in absolute silence in front of Dhyanalinga. Before entering Dhyanalinga, visitors are encouraged to first step into the sacred Theerthakund, which is an underground water shrine. The Chandra Kund for women is consecrated more with feminine energy, and the Surya Kund for men is more masculine in nature. The water acts as a medium to absorb subtle energies, one reason why sacred rivers, temple tanks, and ritual bathing have always been important in Bharatiya spiritual traditions. The purpose was never just cleansing, it was preparation. Like a tuning fork aligning an instrument, the Theerthakund is meant to tune the human system, helping to melt away karmic blocks and deepen one's receptivity before entering the profound stillness of Dhyanalinga. Having prepared the body and energies in sacred waters of Theerthakund, the seeker now encounters Nandi. Cast in metal and packed with 20 tons of carefully calculated blend of consecrated materials and seated directly before Dhyanalinga, Nandi serves as a reminder that inner transformation begins not with action but with stillness and openness. With their energies prepared and minds quietened, the seekers now step into the presence of Dhyanalinga. Now we arrive at the heart of the entire complex, the Dhyanalinga. Rising 33 feet high and spanning 76 feet across, it was built without steel or concrete or cement. Instead, over 250,000 clay bricks were carefully arranged in a unique elliptical shape, every brick placed against the others, creating a structure that remains stable through pure compression and geometry alone. The very first structure a visitor encounters is Sarva Dharma Sthambha. The message is simple: leave your labels outside, because what's ahead is designed to work not on ideology but on human consciousness. This was wonderfully explained to me by Akshat ji, who is a volunteer at Isha.
Here we saw the Sarva Dharma Sthambha, and it is indicating the various famous religions of the entire world. Basically, this is indicating that to go into the Dhyanalinga temple, you need not necessarily belong to any religion. Take the blessings, go inside, meditate, and soak into the grace of Dhyanalinga.
Before entering Dhyanalinga, seekers cross 3 unusually high granite steps. In yogic science, these steps symbolize the 3 gunas: tamas, rajas, and sattva, the fundamental forces that shape human experience. Tamas representing inertia, rajas representing activity, and sattva is clarity, balance, and transcendence. By consciously stepping over them, the seeker leaves behind survival-driven patterns before entering a space dedicated to awareness. Beneath the dome sits the linga itself. Dhyanalinga is a complete energy body with all 7 chakras locked to their highest potential. For a receptive seeker, the Dhyanalinga's balanced energy may help calm the mind's usual turbulence, making deeper states of meditation more accessible. This is why countless visitors report something remarkable: that meditation becomes effortless. Sitting in its presence, one is invited to move from thought to awareness, and from seeking to simply being. Beside the profound stillness of Dhyanalinga is Kalabhairava, the embodiment of divine feminine. Fierce yet compassionate, nurturing yet powerful, she embraces every aspect of human life, from health and prosperity to emotional well-being and spiritual growth. If the Dhyanalinga represents stillness, Kalabhairava represents life itself. The divine feminine represents the creative and nurturing forces of the universe. Consecrated with 3.5 chakras, Devi is here manifested uniquely in a linga form. As a Shakti, her presence balances and complements the Shiva energy of Dhyanalinga. For Kalabhairava works through devotion and receptivity rather than intellect.
Shiva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho.
But one cannot master life without mastering time. Our next stop is in Kalabhairava temple. Kalabhairava is a fierce form of Lord Shiva, known as the master and destroyer of time, representing the force that governs the movement of life from birth to death and from creation to dissolution. We now move to one of the world's most admired spiritual landmarks, the Adiyogi. Towering against the backdrop of the Veliangari mountains is a 112-foot Adiyogi statue. I wanted to know if Adiyogi is a form of Lord Shiva. So during my visit, I had the privilege to understand this from Swami Suyagna from Isha Foundation.
Adiyogi and Shiva are one and the same. They are synonymous. And Sadhguru has given a very beautiful explanation how they are one and the same. So I would like to paraphrase whatever Sadhguru has spoken, because it is not in our experience.
Yes.
So what Sadhguru says is, like, if you look at the word Shiva, Shiva is not a person. It is a dimension. Literally, if you look at the word Shiva, it means that which is not. So anyone who has touched the dimension of nothingness, then they are referred to as Shiva. This being a dialectical culture, so this is how things are evolved here. Now, how Adiyogi is also synonymous with Shiva. If you look at yoga, the literal meaning of yoga means union. And anyone who has touched the dimension of union within themselves or himself, he is referred to as yogi. Yogi is a person who is holding the whole existence within himself. Now, if I have to hold the whole existence within myself, that means what? I need to touch the dimension of nothingness, right? Because only nothingness can hold everything, right? What you call as something cannot hold everything. The whole existence comes from nothingness and goes back to nothingness. If the yogi has to contain the existence, definitely he has to touch the dimension of nothingness. So therefore, he is also referred to as Shiva. So it is in this context, Adiyogi is also referred to as Shiva because he has touched the dimension of nothingness. So Adiyogi and Shiva are both one and the same. They are synonymous.
Thank you so much, Swamiji.
Thank you very much for coming here.
I feel the most extraordinary aspect of Isha temples is that they celebrate the ancient vision of what a temple is meant to be. Not only a place of prayer, but a technology of human transformation. And its central message remains: the greatest journey is inward, towards the deepest dimension of what it means to be human. Namaskaram.